Hello, second grade. Happy Thursday. It is time for phonics. We are going to start with our sight words. Just going over them again. Remember, you guys need to beat me 5 times. You should be able to say the word 5 times before I say it, okay? Because I'm giving you a second to like a little bit of a head start. So let's get started with those sight words. Left. Five. Draw. Plan. Problem. Group. Figure. Carry. Together. All right, guys. So if you didn't beat me 5 times, you need to go back, start the video over, make sure that you're practicing it again because these really help you out as you're reading if you just know them, okay? I promise. Me and Mrs. Tatcher want you to be amazing readers, and it's our job to make you better, so that's why we do this, okay? So moving on, the next thing we're going to do is reviewing that sound we've been talking about. And what sound is it? It's not an ocean. Ocean isn't a sound, but what's the sound at the beginning of the word ocean? What's the first sound? O. O is the first sound, and that's the long O sound. Say long O. Say it one more time. Yeah, long O, okay? So we are practicing the long O this week because last week we did long E, and the week before that we did long A. So we're really practicing those long vowels right now, okay? That's what we have been practicing. So what are the ways that we can make a long O sound? There's several different ways to spell it. Letter combinations that we can use to create that long O. What are some of those words, letters that we can use to create long O? I'm listening. What are they? So I hear some people saying an O by itself, like an O by itself. That is one way to create a long O sound. But that O, it either has to be in a consonant, vowel, consonant, consonant, so CVCC word, or an O at the end of an open syllable. That is a time where an O might say the long O sound. Some other ways. Remember this one, guys? That bossy E that makes the O say its name because it's O consonant E. The E makes it say its name. That's another way to get that long O sound. And then the last way is by using one of our vowel teams. So good job remembering some of those because there are a lot of ways. There's so many ways to create that long O sound, and it's our job to recognize them, and that helps us sound out words that we don't know when we know those rules. So now we are going to be finding my whiteboard so that I can show you guys some words that we're going to practice decoding. So here we go. So here, weird word, but I do see 2 O's, and I know that they're both at the end of their syllable. So we would go y. Would I say y, ah? No, because that O is the end of the syllable. We would have to go yo, and then yo. So both of those O's are the last letter in the syllable for each one because there's no more syllables after the end of this one. And so because of that, they say their name. So it's yo, yo. We're going to do another one. We have a new word, this one. This one's kind of tricky. Let's think. Let me decode it. Let me go. I'm going to just try it out. So let me know if you think that I didn't do it right, okay? So we go k, ow. Now. Cut now. Does that sound like a word we know? I don't know a word that sounds like now. So here's some tricky parts of this word. That K at the beginning of the word is silent. That K is silent. So we're going to pretend like it's not there. And so now we have ow. And let's look. We have now when we say that. But we do know a word named now. And that word is spelled without that K. So now is its own word. This is not now. So let's try something different. Well, this is a silent K. We pretend like it's not there. We go O, because remember that OW does not always say ow. Sometimes OW is a vowel team that says the long O sound. Okay, so it goes O. No. So hold on a second. Miss Sigler, y'all are saying, Miss Sigler, you're crazy because I know the word no. And that word is spelled like this. We actually used that word yesterday as an example. So, O. That's a word. That is a word. What does that word mean? That word when we see it like that. That means like, no way, Jose. No, you cannot go get water. Or no, you can't have candy for dinner. That means like negative, not a chance, right? This no with the K means something different. So if that's saying no to something, like it's not an option, it's not going to happen. This no with that silent K must be a different meaning of the sound, the word we hear when we hear no. So maybe you might know it, right? So no with a K at the front and a W at the end is actually another word, and it means like to have knowledge about something. So if you know the answer to a math problem, you would raise your hand, and that's how we use this word know, not this version, okay? So that's a very tricky one, very complicated. But you guys are rock stars, so I know we're going to pick that up. Because the English language is tricky. So I know, but it will take some practice. So there's the word no. There's the word no. So like we've got no, we've got no, and then we've got now. And I don't know why it's like that. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't know why it's like that, but those are the three different words. And we have to, that's why they're sight words really or not sight words. That's why we're doing our phonics practice. So we get it, right? Okay, so we'll do two more softballs. So here we go. What kind of phonics rule do you all see here? We see long O, but how are we spelling that long O in this word? With an O-A vowel team. Very good. So we go O-D. What's that word? Road. And so when we see road like this, that means like we're driving on the road. You might ride your bike on a road. That is the version of road. So we're talking about like where a person would drive a car. So another version, or another word that we can do is O. Well, and actually, Miss Sigler started to give it away. It is a long O, but why is this a long O? It's in the middle of the word. Say, Miss Sigler, there's a bossy E right there, okay? That bossy E makes the O say its name. So what makes this word different from this one? Road and road. Spelled different, and they mean different things. When we see road like this, we're talking about a road where you drive your car. Road like this is when you say, I rode my bike. It's the past tense of ride is rode. So those are some interesting spelling patterns for our phonics for today. I know it's pretty complicated. And so we're going to stop there. And here's what you guys are going to do now. So today was Thursday. So yesterday you guys alphabetized. Today you're going to do a phonics sort where you are going to look at a bunch of different words that have long O sounds, and you're going to sort them by the spelling pattern that was used. So if it's just an O by itself, like an open O, or an O in the middle of a CVCC word, then you are going to sort it into one group. If it's a magic E or a bossy E rule, it would go on a different column. And then the vowel teams will each have their own columns. So that is going to be on the next slide. Once y'all are done with that, you're done with phonics for today. All right, guys. See you later. Have a happy Thursday. Super positive Thursday. Woo!